What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Real Word Podcast, a place where real thoughts, real ideas, and real words come to life. I'm your host, Drew, coming from San Diego, California. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit up all those links down below. And now we can get into the episode. It is September 21st, 2020, Monday morning. It is around 6:20 in the morning. Welcome in. Hope everybody had a good weekend. We'll get into a little bit of a recap of that in just a minute. But I had to represent. Man, I wish I had a brown and gold, brown and yellow shirt. A new one. But the Padres, we'll get into it in just a little bit, but it is very exciting for the Padres. We'll kind of go over a little bit of the weekend series, but I will just kind of say the Padres, for the first time in 14 years, clinched a playoff spot with a win yesterday, and yeah, it was really exciting to see. And I know this is just a playoff berth. It's not anything more than what it is, but 14 years to be not even included in the playoffs. And, it doesn't matter that it's only a 60-game season. It could have been a 162-game season. It doesn't really matter. Every team was kind of given the same opportunity. And I don't even think it's going on exact wins right now. I think it's going on win percentage just due to some teams not being able to catch up or make up certain games, I think. So, everybody was given the same opportunity and given the same season. And the Padres, they have stepped up this entire time and it's been fun to see. So they have been rewarded with a playoff spot for the first time in 14 years. Since 2006. I was probably around 15 years old, somewhere around there. So and it's been a while, man. It has been a while, but it is exciting to see. Got my Fit Fuel coffee here. But yeah, we'll get into more in depth of that, more of my thoughts on that in a few moments. Kind of wanted to recap kind of the rest of the weekend, do a little mental health check update, and then we'll kind of focus on, like I said, go over some of the things on the weekend, and then we'll kind of focus a good portion on the Padres and, what my thoughts are and, expound upon my thoughts and stuff like that. So it should be good. I am, looking forward to everything going on, as far as it goes with the Padres. And it's just, man, what a October for me to stop smoking again, huh? It's going to be intense. It's going to be, oh, man, it's going to be crazy. But I am looking forward to that break. It should be a good one. I'm like, 8 days away, 9 days away, something like the 9 days away. So I'm getting a little nervous about it, but it still should be a good thing. A good month to kind of get my head clear and refocus some things, I guess. Yeah, just what an interesting time with Padres going to be going to the playoffs, but also, the fact that I have an extra ounce and a half, almost 2 ounces that is just sitting there. So that'll be a good little treat for once I, come back and start smoking again. But yeah, no. What? Okay, so let's just get into some of this. Like I said, I got some of this Fit Fuel coffee from Black Rifle Coffee Company. And yeah, it's a medium roast, and they're veteran owned and operated, and I think they give back to a lot of veteran and law enforcement agencies, law enforcement officers, and things like that. US based company. And my dad got this Fit Fuel blend. He got the whole beans. And let's just read what this says. It says, let this medium roast fuel your inner athlete with the delicious combination of a bold and smooth flavors and a malt finish. Unlike a motivational gym quote, this high caffeine blend will actually kickstart your workout. And yeah, like I said, it's about a medium roast, light to medium roast. And I usually like maybe a little bit darker, probably not a full dark, but this Fit Fuel blend is actually really good for a lighter medium roast. It's pretty good. So shout out to that. And then the cool thing is, next month, since my dad got on like the automated shipping or whatever, the monthly thing, next month they said the beans will be roasted on the 23rd, and then it'll be shipped to us by the 25th. So that's pretty cool, man. You can't really get much fresher than that. So that's pretty awesome. And like I said, this coffee just tastes really good. So shout out to Black Rifle Coffee Company. And, like I said, this is a Fit Fuel blend. And it's how I've been starting my morning every morning so far. That's for sure. Like, ever since I had it, I just, it's really good. Even if I've been, like, super tired, it does kind of stimulate me a little bit. Maybe it's all placebo. I don't know, because coffee never really used to do anything for me, really. But this stuff is just good. Tastes good. And smooth. So shout out to Black Rifle Coffee Company. So now with that being said, kind of wanted to get into a little smoking. I got some of this OG from Farmer and the Felon still. Ooh, I think I'm about to sneeze. Damn. Excuse me. That just came out of nowhere, man. I don't like when that happens. But good thing it wasn't a sneeze attack. Just one little quick one. Just came real quick. I don't know. Dang, now I feel something like a tickle in my nose again. I don't want to keep sneezing. Anyway, let's just grind this up. Damn, just all of a sudden my nose. Has to be something in here with the garage, maybe being dusty or something. I don't know. Maybe gotta clean it out again a little bit. Go through a little sweeping or something. Hose it down. I don't know. Take everything out, hose it down, clean it up. I don't know. But for a while there, I wasn't really getting a stuffy nose or anything. And now it's just kind of coming back. So gotta figure that out. That smells good though. Even with the stuffy nose, I could still smell that OG. That's for sure. Jeez. And man, this ain't even like the best OG out there, But I've said it before, it's like, even a not that great OG is still a pretty good flower, man. Like, even a mid OG is still pretty decent. And I would, I'd consider this probably a mid, maybe. I don't know. If you're spending like 75, 80 bucks for a quarter, or a half, I mean. Not a quarter, that'd be a bad deal. Not a terrible deal, but, if you're spending like 80 bucks for a half, that's not going to be the greatest stuff, But this is not bad, though. I'm telling you, it's not bad. Has that all too familiar OG smell, so I'm all with it. Let's get into it. Cheers. Clean water, clean glass. Cleaned it last night, but didn't take another hit, so here we go. All right. So, what has been going on here? So, I kind of wanted to give you guys a little mental health update, like I was saying. Things have been okay. I've been really trying to make some sort of changes, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to not let my thoughts control me. Like, I'm really trying to, when I start getting anxious or when I start getting like overreactive, I'm just really trying to be self-aware and really work on that. And I feel like I'm making some sort of strides. I don't know. All I can do is just keep trying. My sleep, was really bad there for, a while, a week and a half, a week or so. It was just really bad. And last night was okay. It was okay. I probably crashed out pretty hard, but then I woke up a handful of times and I'm feeling a little tired this morning. But like I said, with this Black Rifle coffee, man, it's like I just all of a sudden have been waking up. So it's been nice. But sleep is important. I've always known it's important, and I've never really struggled with sleep too much. Like, even back when I was, like, in the height of my depression when I was in high school and stuff, like, I would, like, maybe then I would have, like, some insomnia nights or whatever where I wouldn't get to sleep. Well, this is when I was, like, an independent study, so I'd be able to do this. But I would like stay up like super late, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and then wake up at like 9 or 10 or whatever. So it's not like I wasn't losing out on sleep. I was just off on my schedule. But these 5-hour nights of sleep, 4.5, 5, that's really tough for me, man. And I can barely function. And I think Friday was that way. I don't even really remember what I said that day. I think at one point I was like, man, my eyes are so I could barely even keep my eyes up because I was so tired. I know I didn't even really want to get up and do an episode that morning, but I just kind of forced myself to, just because it's like you have to force yourself to do things you don't want to do at times, And that's the sacrifice. That's having that end goal in mind and not straying from it. And I really am trying to keep this as an end goal. I really enjoy doing this, and this is kind of what I want to do, and how I would like to support myself and generate an income. How it happens, I'm not exactly sure yet, but just keeping persistent with it, keeping consistent with it, keeping active with it, and showing the passion. I have no doubt that something will work out. Something has to work out. Something will click, and if not, then it's just like everything I was taught and told has just been a lie growing up. Oh, chase your dreams. If you love it, will work out. Don't do it for money. I haven't been doing this for money for a year now. So it's like, I'm keeping it going, or not quite a year, but going on 10 months. And still not much of a growth or anything like that, So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm doing the work. I'm putting it in, and like I said, I don't have any real doubts that something will happen. But if not, then it's like I said, everything I've been taught and told has just been a lie. And, I don't. That's where my struggle with my mental health comes in, because it's like, I don't want to not believe though everybody that I've, learned from that say you can do it. Just, keep your goal in mind and don't give up and all this stuff. But, if it doesn't happen, then it's like I can't trust what really anybody says, because everybody's life is different, I guess, and sometimes it just doesn't work out for people, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not giving up on this. This is what I want to do. I enjoy it, but it's a tough situation, especially right now. Especially with like I said, not having any income in, and unemployment running out, and well, I haven't even gotten paid in over a month now, so I don't know what to do. I'm like really struggling, like as far as that, and I really don't want to go back to a regular job. I really don't. It like basically cripples me and just fills me with so much anxiety, and I just get super overwhelmed just even thinking about going to work, just because of my past and my history with work. And I just don't want to have a boss. I don't want to rely on someone else. I just don't like that conflict, that confrontation, that me feeling like I've been done wrong, or people are talking about me behind my back, and a lot of it is probably made up in my head, but I don't even want to put myself in those scenarios or those situations to where I even get in that thought pattern, So it's like I would just rather do something on my own, and or with my friends, and that's it. And that's where I'm at. That's kind of what I have going on. I mean, things are just like I said, not much has changed here, but I am trying to go about things different. I'm always trying to change. All I want is for things to get better and my situation get better, and for, everyone around me to be happy. I want to be happy. I'm constantly trying to learn. I'm constantly trying to do things to better myself. I've been through these situations before where it does work for, a little bit, but then something happens and then I slip up and then it goes back into this, downward spiral. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I don't want that to happen again. I want to be kind of moving past that and moving forward, and not be kind of controlled by reactions to things. But that's things that I'm working on for sure. And this life is just crazy. It is a crazy life, man. It's like right when you kind of want to give up on things or let go or whatever, or you are starting to just change your thought, whatever, I don't know, life just makes it a little more confusing for you. So, and again, this is things that I'm not, like, I don't want to talk too much about all of it, because I don't want to get names involved and things like that. So just know that things can be a little confusing, things can be a struggle, but I'm trying to make good of it. I'm trying to just go about things differently, man, and just have a different mindset about it. And we'll see how long this lasts. I want it to last. I don't want to slip up, like I was saying, but it's just one of those things that you never know. You never know with me. But and then now I haven't had therapy in going on like 3 weeks almost, and that's been tough. I don't know what happened. I haven't heard back from my therapist since he said there was like an emergency on Thursday. I don't know what's going on with that. And it's tough. It is tough. So, got a lot going on. Like I said, it's a little confusing, but some good things. And that's just kind of where I'm at. Somewhat vague. But that's what's going on. I'm trying to make these steps to go in a positive direction. And that's all I can do. That's all I can do. Let's get into another little snap. I haven't even gotten into any events or any articles that I wanted to get into. Let's see what I had lined up. Yeah, so we'll just talk about Saturday. Woke up. I passed out hard Friday night, which was great. That was really nice. And then Padres. Padres played that evening. They ended up losing. I wasn't watching too much of that game because there was some good UFC fights on, and we'll talk a little UFC in just a moment. So let's get into this. Cheers. All right. Let's go here. UFC. All right. So X-rays revealed Tyron Woodley broke rib and Colby Covington loss at UFC Vegas 11. This is from news.com.au. Former UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley has revealed his fight against Colby Covington ended with a gruesome broken rib in the main event of UFC's Vegas 11 fight night. While Covington was dominant throughout the fight, having won every round on the scorecards, it looked as though it could go the distance when early in the fifth round, Woodley had Covington in a standing guillotine hold, but Covington took it to the mat when Woodley shouted, "I've hurt my rib." On my rib, something like that. He laid on the canvas for some time while the doctors tended to him, and Covington celebrated the win. He was soon helped out of the octagon and taken to the hospital. He initially told ESPN UFC reporter Ariel Helwani that his rib popped out, but the scan showed that it was more serious than first thought, with a clean break. And if you go to Ariel Helwani's Twitter, he has the picture of the break, and so this is what it says from Helwani: X-ray of Tyron Woodley's broken rib, courtesy of Woodley. He said it popped out earlier in the fight, and then he tried to use the guillotine to stand up, and it popped, and quote, "It was the most pain ever," he said. He's back at the hotel resting, and this was on September 20th at like 9 a.m., somewhere around there. So Woodley said, quote, "Is the most pain ever." It was a big loss for Woodley, who has lost 3 straight fights, with UFC president Dana White even saying he thinks the former champ should retire. Quote, "I think he should start thinking about hanging it up," Dana White said. "He's had a great career. He's made his money. We all get old, man. This happens to the best of us. Woodley's had a good career. He's been a champion. He's been around a while. He had a good run in Strikeforce, too." Covington rubbed in the victory as well, an outspoken fan of U.S. President Donald Trump and proudly supporting a, quote, "Make America Great Again" cap. The president even interrupted Covington's post-match press conference to congratulate the 32-year-old fighter. The war of words between the men also continued after the fight, with Covington taking a few more shots at Woodley. Covington slammed the Black Lives Matter movement, labeling Woodley a communist, saying he hates America, and taking aim at woke athletes and calling LeBron James a spineless coward. of the pre-fight war of words and the post-fight outburst. White said, "I saw it a fucking mile away, but wouldn't step in." Quote, my point in saying that is we've never stopped anybody from expressing themselves and saying how they feel. My philosophy is always, this is a fight. People are gonna say mean shit to each other. It's like they shouldn't be allowed to say that. They're gonna fucking punch each other in the face tomorrow. This is the fight game. I don't believe in all of that. Dana White said. Yeah, man, that was a dominant performance by Covington. Like they said, he was winning on all scorecards, all rounds, and it was just interesting because he had him in that guillotine, and he like turned like he was trying to either reposition or try and make a move to stand up. And right when he made the move, he just, it was done. He just said, "Oh, my rib," or "I've hurt my rib," or something like that. And it was just over, fight done. And, yeah, tough scene, a little anticlimactic for the feud. But, I mean, Covington got it done. This just reminded me such of, like, a WWE storyline. Like, just from the beginning, like, Covington was brought in to train with Woodley, and then they go their separate ways, whatever. I don't know the whole story. I don't know the entire history of them and their, I don't want to call it friendship or whatever it is, but and then the black, the white, you have Colby Covington, who has been this Trump supporter for a while. And I kind of shouldn't even put the quotes on that because it's like he is at the rallies. He's been at a couple of the, the Trump rallies and stuff. And Trump, called out all the UFC fighters that were there, Dana White as well, and Ali, but Justin Gaethje, Henry Cejudo, and Colby Covington as fighters were there at the Trump thing in Nevada. But yeah, then I saw the next morning that Covington was being interviewed post-fight. Not the main post-fight press conference, but another like interview. And he gets his phone handed to him. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm getting a call from the president right now." And he took it on the TV on live, and you heard the president call in and congratulate him on the win. And it was just really fascinating that the president was just got done with the rally, and he said, "Yeah, we have to hurry up. We have to get back, and we have to watch this fight." And watched it. It's really interesting to me. It's really interesting. And then you had Colby with the Trump thing, and then I don't know what Woodley was doing. I haven't watched any of his interviews. I haven't watched like any interviews kind of leading up to this. I just saw Covington. Well, I didn't see him, but I heard Trump shout them out when they were there at the rally or whatever. But then you had Woodley at the weigh-ins wearing a legalized being black shirt and then like a headband, like a Black Lives Matter headband or something. And so you had the two dynamics of the Trump versus the Black Lives Matter and the woke athletes as Covington. And I like to say it too because these fucking people are just, you're making sports not fun when you bring all these politics in it. And for me, the whole Covington thing, it feels like a character. It feels like a WWE character, which I thought was hilarious. But when he starts saying, oh, Trump 2020 and vote and like all this stuff, I'm out on that. But the character is hilarious, like when he's, talking to shit and all. Like I think that it's really funny, and he's a really great fighter. But politics in general in these sports are just killing it for me, man. Like I hate it. It's so frustrating. Like everybody's just trying to take a stance and make a stand, and I just, it's turned me off from a lot of sports. Like I can't watch football, I can't watch basketball. The only thing I can watch is like Padres, and then UFC. Like that's kind of all I'm watching. But if they're gonna continue with like, if the fighters are gonna continue doing this, it's like, oh, I don't even really want to do that. But to me, it was just funny. Like I found enjoyment out of the Patriot, the fucking the Trump guy just taking out the woke athlete or whatever, because it's like, yeah, dude, fuck all that, dude. This is America. Like legalize being, dude, you're on a fucking platform. Like what has this country not provided you the opportunity with? You're a rapper, a UFC fighter, has been a champion, like has made your money, entrepreneur, done so many things, and then you're gonna do that. Like, oh, I just can't stand that stuff, man. I can't stand it. I don't know his history, I really don't. But when I see all of these things, it's like, and then they do that. It's just, what are you talking about? What does that even mean? Legalize being black. I can't understand it. I'm not black, so maybe I shouldn't even be talking about it. But to me, that fucking makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's really frustrating. But maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I just can't understand. I don't know. I try to, but to me, it doesn't make sense. So I found kind of enjoyment in that. I thought that was pretty fun. But the whole card was great, man. I thought it was a great card. I thought it was a fun card. I wanted to see another article real quick. Where is it? Here we go. All right, this is a little bit. Dana White ready to have the conversation with Donald Cerrone. Let's talk about stopping. It's been a bad 2020 for Donald Cerrone, and he'll be the first person to agree with us on that point. The 40-second destruction at the hands of Conor McGregor, a close but ultimately losing effort against Anthony Pettis, and now a draw against Nico Price at UFC Vegas 11. That would have been a defeat had Price been able to keep his fingers out of Cowboys' eyes. The first two opponents were legends and former champions. Price, though, he was the rebound, and he almost rebounded Cerrone's head against the canvas during the early flurries of round one. Yeah, that was pretty scary there. For Cowboy, it just looked like, man, oh man, is he gonna get out like quick? Like, damn, this is crazy. But he held on. It went to the final decision, and it ended in a majority draw due to the eye pokes. And Cowboy even said, I'm sure they'll get to it here, but he said like that's a loss for him. He knows if the points wouldn't have been taken away, or the point wouldn't have been taken away, he would have lost. So, and he doesn't care about the eye pokes. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure he does, but he's just like, it's cool, it's whatever, He didn't take like much time. He just bounced right back and got back to the fight. So, all right. A lot of people were asking Cerrone about retirement being close, and he refused to consider it. But now it sounds like he'll have to, because UFC President Dana White is ready to, quote, have the conversation with him. Quote, the win for him tonight, he was on his way out on the first 30 seconds of the first round. He fought back. He's tough. He's durable, White said, quote, and I love Cowboy. And this is going to crush him and break his heart, but it's time to have the conversation with him. If that wasn't explicit enough, White clarified which conversation. Quote, let's talk about stopping, end quote. As for Cerrone, he clearly knew this was a fight he needed to win to keep a position amongst the best at 155. Quote, quote, it's 5 losses in a row for me, he said in an ESPN interview alongside his opponent Price. Call it a draw. He won the fight. Had they not taken the point, you wouldn't even be talking to me. I'd be on the way to the RV just to pout. Dude went out there and did his thing. I told everyone all week about Cowboy showing up. I felt good. Training camp was awesome. In the first round, I just went out there and took a beating. I'm going to step back for a while, he continued. Everyone said, "Are you retiring?" There's no even talks of it. This is what I love. There's no place I'd rather be in the world than in there, but I'm gonna go snowmobiling, take the rest of the year. This is 2020. It's just not my year. First Connor, then Pettis, now you. It's like, man, I'm taking a beating, so maybe I'll just 2021 come back. Hey, I'm back, you know? And I think Nico and I are going to do it again. That's what I'd like. Whether White will agree to Cerrone's plan remains to be seen. Quote, I know what he's going to say. White said, quote, I don't want to stop, but you know, we got to have that conversation. So, yeah, that was tough for Cowboy, man. That was a tough one because he definitely needed that one, but couldn't get the win, and then it's a draw. I mean, I like his plan, and you know, I like Cerrone's plan where just take the rest of the year off, take some time, come back early 2021 with the rematch against Nico, and then yeah, you'd be completely fighting for your job. If you lose, boom, dude, you're done. And if you win, then okay, let's continue. Let's figure this out. Who you know, just take it one fight at a time, you know. But yeah, it was a bummer because you know you like Cowboy, but both of these guys were I like this fight, both from stylistic and everything. They seem to have respect for each other, and you always like to see that. That's always a good thing. Where it's just like even Cowboy said in his press conference thing, he was like, "Yeah, he poked me in the eye." And he's like, you know, it's all good. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like he knew it was an accident, all that. He was super respectful. And then, like when they started, he's, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then he's like back to like trying to kill me. He's like, and then the Cowboy's like, "I love that. Like, hell yeah, I'm down with that." So it's two guys who are just willing to scrap it out and do their thing, and but ultimately have like respect for each other at the end of the day, you know. And I like that. So that always makes it fun to me. I do enjoy that. But yeah, man, the whole card was pretty good. Johnny Walker got it done, and then what's his name? Kazmat Chimaviv or whatever. He got the knockout in 17 seconds against Gerald Mershkarat. Just crazy stuff, man. I said because both Kazmat and Johnny Walker said they would fight anybody. I was like, man, dude, they need to, because everything went so quick. I was like, just make up a quick contract real quick, send both of them out there, fight each other real quick. You know it's not gonna last long. So I was like, oh, that would have been fun. Just throw them out there two times in a row, both of them, 2 nights in a row, or 2 fights in a night. So that's, man, that guy. It's interesting. It's interesting stuff for sure. I liked go check out Big John McCarthy's Twitter though. He broke some things down. He said don't forget about the old heads who are fighting like 2-3 times in a night and winning 2-3 times in a night. Not this. Who cares about the 90 day, whatever it is, like he's trying to break this record, but it's like, dude, the old heads did that like way before. So that's what's going on with that. So yeah, Padres lost Saturday. That was a little bit tough right there. But yesterday, man, Dinelson Lamet had a no hitter going into like the fifth or something like that, and then the Padres, it was a no hitter on both ends for a while. But then the Padres finally got it going, and I think the game ended in the 11th, and it ended 7-4. So the Padres got three, I think, in the 11th there, and held the Mariners, and went to extra innings. It was an intense game. Rosenthal ended it out the last two innings. Listening to the post game stuff, it sounded like they were ready to go to the bullpen again, but Rosenthal went to Tingler and one of the other managers, coaches, or whatever, and said, "I got this," and looked him dead in the eye, and said that, and they believed in him, and Rosenthal went and got it done, and clinched the first playoff spot for the Padres in 14 years, since 2006, man. It was so exciting. Will Myers got a home run early on to put the Padres up, so it's only fitting that he had a big part in it. And then it was just so exciting to watch. I went over to my mom's. My mom is kind of out of town right now, but went to hang out with my brother over there. We made a little lunch, watched some of the game. Once it went into extra innings, we were like, okay, we're both going to dip out and listen to it on the radio. Got back home, and then I just listened to it on the radio.com app, which is friggin' awesome. I've been wanting that so long. It's like, come on, you're the flagship. You should be able to, I know MLB and their thing, but you should be able to be broadcasting the Padre game. If you're the flagship, come on, like you should be able to be broadcasting the game. So finally, they're able to broadcast the radio broadcast for the Padre game. So you got Jesse Agler and Ted Leitner calling the game, and I just listened to that until the game was over, and man, it was exciting. And I took it in just by myself in my room. And it was just cool stuff, man. It was just constantly watching social media, seeing the celebrations, and seeing all the videos being posted. I sent out my tweet and my Instagram story post, and man, it's just exciting stuff. But for me, it's like, and it's cool because the players are saying the same thing. It's like, yes, this was a big first step, but there's still much more to go. This is not the only goal. This was a goal we had, but our plan is to keep it going and just continue playing good baseball and continue winning. And they said they're gonna celebrate. They were gonna celebrate last night, do their thing last night, but then they have a day off today, and then it's coming down to the final games, man. Coming down to the final games, and it's getting exciting, especially knowing that the Padres are going to be in the playoffs, man. It's gonna be exciting, but they can't make this more than what it is right now. That yes, they clinched, but don't start doing too much. Don't start playing bigger than what you are. Just continue playing your game. Continue playing how you've been, how you've got there, what's gotten you there, and don't switch up things. And it seems like they've gotten some key pieces back. You got Hosmer back, you got Pham back, and so you're looking at this lineup, man, and the people for the DH or pinch hitters or pinch runners. Dude, this lineup, the bullpen is getting pretty good. The closer's nice. It's looking like a solid team, man. It's looking like a solid team. They just have to start putting it together. They have to really start putting it together. Who do you go for your three starters? You have to go, man. Well, I guess we'll see coming up. I know Mike Clevenger was supposed to pitch on that bullpen game on Saturday, I believe it was, but he has some bicep soreness or something. So hopefully he stays healthy. Hopefully he's all good. And we'll see. This is gonna be a big week. But as of now, because Paddock started looking good too. But I think you have to go with what's been proven so far. So you have to go Lamet, Davies, and Clevenger, or Lamet, Clevenger, Davies. I think that is a solid 3. And then I think Richards is going to be in the bullpen, right? I think that's what's been going on. So he might be getting geared up for bullpen just in case any one of those starters have some trouble. And then what do you do with Paddock? Just maybe as an alternate or a rotate? Like, I don't know. Because if he starts coming out looking like the Chris Paddock that we saw just the other game, where he was on fire, kind of need that too. So Padres going to have some decisions to make, man, and this is going to be a key last week of games. It's going to be key. Pitchers are going to have to do their thing and show who wants it and contribute the best way they can. And, you know, that's what's cool about this team. It seems like they're all just, they're focused on the team. And it's not all about just themselves. They're like, hey, whatever it takes to win this team games and get them to where they need to go. You know, that's what they're about. They seem to have such a great bond. And it's really cool and really fun to see this. It's a special team. It's a special group of guys. And, you know, even if they don't get it done this season, which, you know, there's always that, you know, a chance, you know, they have a chance that they could win, or they have a chance that, you know, they could fall short. But this group, given, like, staying together and only continuing that bond, continuing to grow and build, then they're gonna do some great things coming up in the future, man. It's exciting to see. It really is. So we have Padre baseball in October for the first time in quite a while. So that will be exciting. And yeah, it's like 9 days away. I think the first game is on the 30th of September, actually, but then it leads into October, obviously. So that is what's going on. That is exciting. And yeah, wow. Padres, man. Gotta give them a shout out. So it's just woo. It was exciting, man. And shout out to Mark Grant too. You know, I gotta go listen to Ben and Woods, because I think he's actually about to be on in a few minutes with Ben and Woods and do a little interview. But yeah, he had a little reaction yesterday when it happened, and he just got super emotional, and it was just really powerful to watch. And he's been the voice for a long time. He's been around for a long time. He's seen some decent teams, but then he's been through the rough teams, man. And you can tell he loves the Padres. He loves this team, and it's cool to see. It really is. It's especially for all of us who have, you know, grown up here, and who, like I said, has been since 2006, 14 years. I was like 15 years old. So, and that was like when I was not doing good mentally, like at all. That was a really rough time. So I know I was watching, but they showed the lineup last night of who the team was, and it's like, okay, I remember that team a little bit for sure. I remember those guys because I've been watching the Padres forever, for life. since all I can remember, like, it's always been Padres. That's always been the team. And it has been, a lot of heartbreak for a team since, as much as a sport can give you a heartbreak. I used to take it a lot more, that's why I say heartbreak, because I used to take it a lot more personal, and it's like it used to affect me a lot more. Now, I understand, don't let it affect you, but it's still exciting. Like, it is really exciting. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that it's not exciting for the Padres and for the city and all of that, and for myself too, just watching the team. But if they lose, I'm gonna be bummed, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like, oh, that's a bummer for sure. But it's not gonna be like a heartbreaking thing. At least I don't think so. But we never know, man, because this team is a fun team to watch. Let's get into this last snap, and then I will get on out of here. I can't believe it's already been about 50-something minutes. So, cheers, everybody. All right, so that was all I had to talk about today. There's some other stuff going on. This is what I realized, man. It's so tough to keep up with all the news. I don't really want to keep up with all the news. I just want to talk about the things that I want to talk about. So that's what I'm going to do. If there's some stuff that's like super important, I'll get to it. But honestly, I get so overwhelmed trying to keep up with all the current events, all the current news, that it's like, forget that, man. I'll save some of that, most of that, with kind of Zach and the No World Order podcast or the IG Lives, because trying to keep up with it every day is just, it's too much. You have to give respect to someone like Tim Pool, man, who just is constantly inundated with the news and just trying to keep up with all of it. There's too much. And to be so thoroughly, like, involved with it is just, oh, man, it's crazy. Like, you can never catch up. You can never catch up with all of the news and all of the stories, all of the articles, and just so much information out there. And, yeah, so I'm probably going to be taking a step back from a lot of the political kind of everyday news type of stuff. I'm just going to talk about the things that I want to talk about. And if it involves some politics and stuff, that's, all my choice. But I feel like I was kind of forcing some of the things, and I don't want that. I don't want to be like overwhelmed trying to find news stories and stuff. It's like, no, like just talk what you want to talk about. Just that's it, That's kind of where I'm at. So that's probably one of the changes I'm gonna be making. Tomorrow, tune in to Tuesday Morning Tokes. It's gonna be second to last one. So I will have another one on the 29th, but then that'll be the last one for a whole month. So then I would be back on the November 3rd. So, yeah, tune in tomorrow. Oh, man, I'm getting a little bummed about it, but I'm kind of also looking forward to the break as well. It is needed, it is. So that's what's going on here. That's all I got. I don't know if we are going to be doing the Instagram Live tomorrow. We will see. We will try and let you know if we do or don't. But that is it. Again, I appreciate you if you're still listening. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment or whatever. And yeah, until next time, everybody. Peace.